What's going on, everyone? We're back with episode 7 of the Undead Hunter. Now, I did a couple things since episode 6. I came up here and knocked out the Haunted Mills quest because I didn't want to have to double back and make you experience that whole thing, for the second time, figuring that out. So we got that done. We're going to complete that here. And I also determined that I am going to head east for the East Always East quest. We're going to work on the eastern side of Tirisfal Glades, and then I believe it'll push us down into Silverpine for the quest. So we'll actually really be able to complete this storyline and also still do Silverpine Forest. So no need to fret on that one. So let's jump in and see what happens here.
What is it?
Well, what do we have here?
Beware the
Is this Dargol? He was vicious even in life, with a temper that bit deep and a blade that bit deeper. Undeath has not done him any favors, though it suits his personality. Yes, this was certainly Dargol. I can sense his malice, even from the remains you fetched. You have my thanks, Boneblade.
Goodbye.
Awesome. Alright, so we finished up these quests. I'm going to hearth back to Brill, because we got to make our way pretty far down south. And the adventure will seriously continue here. Thanks again to everybody who's been joining and participating in the fun of this adventure. We've had some really cool people in the comments, building out a community here. It's been a total blast, so we're going to keep pushing on that. And we're going to make our way south out of Brill and head east to an unexplored territory of Tirisfal Glades. Alright, we're heading down this way. I do want to give a shout out to TC Owens, who is my first patron over on Patreon. Thank you so much, TC. You're always leaving some great comments down below, getting some good conversation going based on these playthroughs, and that means a whole lot. So thanks for jumping on the Patreon, subscribing. You might get some bonus stuff over there. So thank you. If anybody else is interested, there's a link down below. You can help support the channel, and we appreciate you more than you know. So thank you. All right. Soak in the environment as we cruise here. Someone had been asking me if I didn't like the immersive add-on that I had a few episodes back. I do like it. I like it quite a bit. The issue was I took a few days off during the holiday, so I forgot where all these skills were and had no idea what I was doing. So I needed to kick that off for a few episodes so I could remember everything, and then we may jump back into it. All right, so we're headed towards some sort of village. Let's see what we've got up here. A lot of these bats. We'll take a couple down. Okay. The Bulwark. So this must be the straight-up border between the Western Plaguelands and here, and we actually have another hearth here, which we'll grab. We'll start by grabbing the flight path. I always like to do that so as to not miss the flight path in a location. Swing over here and kind of explore this area and grab the innkeeper.
What do you require?
Make this in your home. Let's see if we can sell some goods too while we're at it. Get rid of some of this junk. A couple pieces of gear we don't need. Just kind of keep the bags relatively clear. Now, you'll look at this. So this is the War Chief Commander's board. This was not a thing in Classic, but in modern game, it kind of gives you some topics of what you could go out and do if you didn't feel like questing here. It's kind of cool. It keeps things interesting. If you're doing a new playthrough and you don't want to do the same thing, it gives you a nice mix-up option. Okay, let's see what we've got down here. A couple quests. We'll start with the turn-in.
What is it?
Not much of a hunter, are you? Well, you will be when I'm done with you.
Beware the living.
A war with the Scarlet Crusade, because we are near the Scarlet Monastery. Though the strength of the Scarlet Crusade wanes, we are still at war. The report Executor Aaron sent me indicates Scarlet Crusaders have been raiding from the ruined tower in southeastern Tirisfal, near the Balnir farmstead, under the command of Captain Vachon. Kill 3 of his zealots and 4 of his friars. It should prove to be a devastating blow to the crusade.
Trust no
Easy
one.
enough. I love a quick kill quest. And what does Apothecary Dithers have to say? Have you seen the plagued Bruins that wander to the west of here? Those hides, so hideous, so diseased, so perfect. Fetch me 5 of them. I've got an idea for an anti-scourge poison that's guaranteed to succeed. All these apothecaries are making tons of poisons, which kind of makes me juiced up that we're into alchemy as well, because we can craft our own poisons, but I need a lot more herbs for that, so we'll have to remember to stick on that. Alright, we gotta kill some bears and some Scarlet Crusaders. And the bears should be easy enough. So one of the, I don't want to rant about the Patreon all that much, but one of the tiers that I have in the Patreon gives you a little bit of a priority access to make suggestions for how I play through the content. So various zones I might play through, or what type of character I roll next. So if you have interest in kind of dictating that, head over there and check it out. You can always leave a comment down below too of what you think I should do or what you think I should play, but just a little priority-based option there over on the Patreon. Okay, so we're going to work our way through these bears and hopefully get to the Scarlet Crusaders as we do. Now, I believe, as I was kind of just doing some quick research on the questline to determine where to go, we may see a familiar face in these quests, so stay tuned, because I think that could be pretty cool. Okay, bleeding horrors. I believe I need... Oh, these bears are not dropping. Let's head up to the Scarlet Zealots real quick. They're all hiding up here. Scarlet Monastery. I love that dungeon. I remember playing Alliance and always coming up here to run Scarlet Monastery and thinking it was so cool that the Horde got to quest in this zone. And seeing these mobs. I always thought that was so cool, but I never quested out here. I've never done these quests on this side of the map. So this is a first-time experience. Something oddly peaceful about just burning through these mobs. Let's see if we can take down Vachon. It shouldn't be an issue, but just in case. Vachon. Nice. We can kind of work our way around this tower. It doesn't go up very high. A couple of zealots over here. Doing huge damage with aim shot. One of the comments in the YouTube chat had mentioned wanting to see how I take on some dungeons, which I definitely would like to do, whether it be this character, a future character, but I want to crank through some classic dungeons like the Dead Mines and Wailing Caverns and kind of experience those in a modern sense, because I know they've made a lot of changes and I don't totally know how those changes look, so that would be fun to go through, dissect how it compares. Okay, great. We're done with these, so let's head back and check out the bears. I do wonder if the bears may be a quest that we slowly chip away at while we do others. Typically, that's the case on a low drop rate quest, because I think we'll be in this area quite a bit. So far, I'm not seeing any bears. There is something very kind of relaxing about this, relaxing yet eerie about this zone. Nice. Get that guy, buddy. Alright, a couple of bears to knock out. Might as well go after him when I see him. Alright, so I have 3 of those hides, so we'll just make our way back to town and see what the next quest is. These crazy sort of plague-bearing models here. Definitely newer things. These were not around in Classic, as far as I'm concerned. I don't recall that. If they were, I apologize for the mix-up. We just need one more bear fur, so why don't we just go get that before we turn in? That feels like it could be quick. Assuming we can find... Get my pet on this guy. Alright, let's get one more bear. Mount up. Here's the Balnir farmstead. And there is a rare mob in here, it seems. I think we're going to be questing in here, so I do just kind of want to find the bears. It's interesting to think that this zone is sort of like Elwyn Forest, but it's just got that eerie vibe to it. Very similar in a lot of ways, though. Give me that last hide. Great, we can make our way back. Alright, we'll head back down here. Can't hearth yet, so we're just going to book it. I do need to make sure I keep up on my herbalism, or I'm going to miss my chance to... What am I at? 25. I'm going to miss my chance as we go to the next zone. Alright, we're going to mount up here in a second. Let that ambience play as we ride. Just look at these watchtowers up in the mountains. It's always cool to kind of soak in the surroundings. Alright, a couple quests to turn in here.
I'm listening.
Let's see. Do you have enough hides?
Remember,
Dithers, you've done it again. These are perfect. This isn't quite there. It needs something to give it a little more zing. I've got it. The spiders in the north have a potent venom that'll do the trick. See if you can extract some for me.
our time.
Sure thing. Your actions will slow down the Scarlet Crusade's advancement in Tirisfal quite a bit, hopefully for good, but other threats loom. That's a level 14. Awesome. Shortly before you arrived at the Bulwark, I was approached by the most unusual young undead woman. I believe this is our old friend. She swore enmity against the Scarlet Crusade, so I sent her to work on our enemies to the north. You say you saw some dead Crusaders earlier? Those were probably her work. Go check up on her and see if she can use any assistance in her vendetta against the Crusade, though I wouldn't be surprised if she's already killed them all. This could be an interesting person. We'll find out in a second. Let's check our spec here. Okay, so we've got a hunter point. I kind of like this speed buff. We've already got this at least in one facet. That's our disengage, removing us from movement impairing. So we'll take the speed increase for now. I mean, 15% if I have an attack. That's really good for getting around. That's actually insane. All right, we're going to head north to the spiders and see who our ally is up here. Can I cut over the mountains? I actually don't think that I can. So we'll sneak around. Trailblazer, does that also count for when I'm mounted? If so, that's insanely good. They gave the hunter a ton of movement buff. It's crazy. Alright, we need to get 4 spider venom. So we can do that. What was this? A leather working pattern. Very cool.
I'm out of range.
Just try to down these guys quick, because there's a ton of them. We may want to think about getting another pet at some point, too. Maybe we can find something cool when we get to Silverpine. Alright, let's just down a couple more of these. They're quick enough. And one more. Nope, not quite. Not quite. They gotta save that last one for us and make it tough. Okay, we got it. Great. So let's head to this new ally. I think you guys are gonna like this one if I'm correct. This could be from a first episode callback. All right, let's see who it is. Who this mysterious undead woman is. Who's apparently going around and crushing people. Yeah, look at all the dead bodies around her. What? Lieutenant Sanders. As you look over the ruins of the camp, you hear a whisper behind you. The whisper continues. My name is Lillian Voss. She's back. Before I died, I was a member of the Scarlet Crusade. My father, High Priest Voss, raised me to be a weapon against the plagued. I studied stealth, sorcery, martial arts, anything to make myself stronger. I gave up my childhood for him. Then, as fate would have it, I died and returned as this. My father instantly forgot me, and when I returned, ordered me executed. Come, we'll speak with him now, in his tower to the northwest. What? And I get a sweet bag out of it. There she is. Lillian Voss. What a boss character. So we have to go to this tower up here. She can actually keep up with the mount too, which is huge. Oh man, what a cool storyline for her. So for those who forget, Lillian Voss is the one who died, came back as undead, and was devastated by this. Did not want to be undead. Found herself to be sickening. Couldn't believe it. And now we're with her, going back against her father, who is terrible to her, it sounds. And we're going to go find him in his tower. Very cool that there's a tower off the coast up here to the north. I think we're going to try to just plow through these people. Just run up the road. Tons of mobs. What the heck? This seems risky. How can there be this many mobs? This feels insane for, like... In vanilla, this must have been ridiculous. You're clearing tons of mobs to get up here. But we're going to try to just press through. Maybe we can feign death up here. I don't know if that'll kill her. Oh boy, this is very risky. We'll feign death for a sec. See if Lillian Voss stays with us. We seem to have cleared all mobs, so let's just press through. I wonder if she'll help us. I imagine this being insanely difficult in vanilla. Just tons of guys up here. Doing like... Oh, it seems like she does crazy damage. Wow, so she rolled up and showed people who's boss. Father. Lillian, it's so nice to see you well. Shut up. Oh my. Lillian is not happy. Oh, what? What? You raised me to be a killer. How am I doing, Daddy? But wait, I remember now. You taught me to only kill the undead. So do you want me to kill myself, Daddy? Lillian, Then again, why kill myself when I can kill you instead? Oh my god, she just actually killed her dad. Wait, why am I dying? What? What did I die from? I mean, I have to come all the way back down here anyway, so I'm just gonna spirit res. But what? I don't really know how I died. That might have been our first death too. So RIP for that. But so Lillian Voss rolls up. We show her to her dad. She rolls up there and just crushes him. I mean, the poor girl is dealing with some serious, serious issues right now. And I don't blame her. To come back as undead, the creature she'd been killing her whole life, and then she's that. I mean, it's a really compelling storyline. It's one of the more interesting characters, I think, in the game as a small questline character. So we'll turn this in, and I don't know if that completes the storyline or if there's a part we haven't gone to up here. I don't know that we need to. That's wild. Man. Alright, at least res sickness is quick. It just saved us a little bit of running. Alright, so we'll turn this in. I still am unsure why I died. Did I have a debuff on me somewhere? I didn't even see. Or was something attacking me? I'm not sure. Okay, here we go.
What now?
From birth to grave to undeath, we all have our own path to follow. Some are easier than others. It sounds like this Voss girl has had a rough path so far. Hopefully, she ultimately chooses to join us and follow the Dark Lady. With power like hers, we could do incredible things. By the way, Boneblade, excellent work out there. If you're ever ready and willing, I may have some work for you in the Plaguelands. And we do get a bag.
Embrace the
Which I wonder, will that just replace a different bag? Let's throw that here. Let's throw this here. Can I put the herb pouch there? No equipment slot is available for that item. Okay, never mind. Speak with Timothy Cunningham. Okay, there isn't much more glory for you here on the Bulwark, Boneblade. You've done enough already. There may, however, be further adventures waiting in Silver Pine Forest. Here we go. Speak with my Batman, Timothy Cunningham. He'll give you a ride to Brill free of charge.
Watch your back.
Nice.
What now?
Do you have some venom with a vicious night web spider yet, Boneblade? It's the final component I need in order to test my experiment. This venom will do perfectly, Boneblade. Everything else has been added to my concoction and boiled down. Ooh, and we get a really good crossbow. Huge upgrade. Oh, look at this thing. Let me get off my mount and check this out. Oh man, it's way better. That's huge. Huge for damage dealing.
I am forsaken.
Sure, I'll give you a ride. If High Executive Darrington asks for it, then technically I have to.
Remember.
If you're headed back to Brill, you'll want to stop by Executive Zygon on your way out. I hear there's some excitement going on in the Silver Pine Forest to the south. He'll know more than I do. Speak with me again when you're ready to head out.
Farewell.
Alright. We're gonna do it. Wow. So I think that's a perfect place to conclude the episode. We've actually finished up Tirisfal Glades. We've done all of the quests here, and I feel good about it. We got a kind of a conclusion to the Lillian Voss storyline, though I'm very curious to see, does she show up again? Has she gone? Is that it for her? I mean, she killed tons of people and her dad, so that's a little bit traumatic. But I'm pretty excited to say that we're going to continue on to Silver Pine Forest, where I've heard the story is pretty great, pretty compelling. So I think those episodes should be pretty fun. Again, like the video if you're enjoying it, subscribe to the channel. You can go ahead and click the link to my Patreon down below if you want to contribute a little and help out and support the growth of this channel. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll check you all back in the next one.